Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. I want to talk about how history is repeating itself in so many ways when it comes to Cardi B's pregnancy. Now, Cardi B recently confirmed her pregnancy with Gayle King during an interview, and it has a lot of people talking, and a lot of it is negative, which is unfortunate because when you're having a child or when you're expecting a child, you want everyone to be excited and you want it to be good news, but that does not seem to be the case with Cardi B, just because so many people have a lot of negative things to say about the pregnancy. But is it without merit? So the history repeating itself that I mentioned is the fact that this has happened before, where Cardi B was working towards accomplishing a goal of her career, and she was at the height of her career when she became pregnant with Culture in 2017 to her then husband Offset. And that slowed her down a lot. It did not stop her from working. However, it did slow her career down quite a bit. It was her first pregnancy, and she did mention some difficulties that she experienced. Not difficulties per se, but some certain things that she was unhappy about after she gave birth, with certain things surrounding the pregnancy. So it is safe to say that that pregnancy did affect her career a little bit. Although it did seem as though it affected her career a lot more than she would like to admit, because you cannot have a newborn and continue to work the exact same way that you worked when you did not have that responsibility. So yes, it absolutely affected her career. The trajectory of her career changed quite a bit over the years to where it is not quite where she expected it to be, and she is now trying to get it back on track and to put out more work. In the middle of all of that, she's releasing an album, and then she's dealing with Offset's divorce and all of the hassle that comes with having a parent that lives outside of the house where you have to co-parent with, and all of that drama. In the middle of all of that, she decides to have another child. And honestly, when I saw the interview where she was talking to Gayle King, specifically the part where she had to answer the question of whether or not she was pregnant, it did not seem like she wanted to talk about it. It did not seem like she was excited to share it. It just seemed like the news was out, she's been asked about it, and she has to answer. So it's like, okay, I have to address this now, so I'm just gonna go for it. She did try to put a positive spin on it and to make it seem like she's excited, which she probably is excited. But wouldn't it be more exciting if the timing was a little bit better and worked better for her and everyone else involved? This is not giving planning to me. We don't know because we were not there when they made this decision, but it's just not giving planning, because she has all of this stuff going on. She's trying to get back on track, and now she's pregnant for a guy that she has been in a relationship with for a very, very, very short time. She planned her relationship and her marriage with Offset a lot better, as in she knew him for a while, they got married, and then she got pregnant and they did the whole marriage thing and it didn't work out. So at least she followed some semblance of a plan. With this, it just seems chaotic to me, with all the stuff that is going on. Even with her now boyfriend, Stefon Diggs, he does not seem to be everyone's favorite person, even though I personally have never heard anything that he has done that is so horrible. We just keep hearing that, oh, he's not a good person, he's not a good partner, he's the worst possible pick. But I don't know specifically what he has done previously that is so horrible to make him everyone's worst pick for a partner. As far as him having multiple girlfriends, isn't that what all of these men do, including Offset? It's what they all do, most of them, 99% of them. So I don't know if that is a factor. That's probably a non-factor for someone like Cardi B, because I don't know that she expects that magnitude of loyalty where someone like Stefon or even her ex-husband will not have any other partner in their relationship. It's almost as if they sort of accept it. She may not want it, she may not like it, but it's like she has accepted it. So if that is his issue, then perhaps he is not the vile, villain, evil creature that he's been painted out to be. I don't know. I do not know the man. But I'm just saying that it seems like neither of them is doing a whole lot of planning around this baby they're about to have. They're certainly not married, at least not that we know of, but we don't know. Cardi B has been secretly married before, her previous husband. So who's to say they're not already married and they just have not revealed it yet? Stefon have not said anything yet about being excited for this child. I think he should have said something by now, especially since Cardi has come public with it. Probably he should say something just so that she's not the only one being criticized in all of this. With them being partners and all, you cannot let your partner take all of the heat and you're just chilling. I don't know for sure that she plans to go on tour. She's not a fan of touring, but she's going to have a newborn, so that will make things a little bit more difficult. Not impossible, but it's going to be difficult. And I don't know how she's going to do that. As far as the partner that she has chosen and how similar he is to her ex-husband, I'm wondering if she has considered that she's going to be putting herself through the exact same thing that she went through with Offset, and probably a worse version of it. Who knows? I'm not sure if this will be worse or better in comparison to what she experienced with Offset, because both men are not particularly loyal. They're not exactly pillars of society, and she went through a lot with Offset. However, she was married to Offset and she ended up being the higher earner in their marriage, and that negatively affected her, especially with this divorce. It probably affected her financially a lot more than it affected Offset, being that she's the higher earner. So in this case, between her and Stefon, I don't know who is better economically, but if she is the higher earner again in this situation, then she probably should not marry Stefon, because that will help her preserve her wealth a little bit better. I've heard a lot of people say that why is she doing this with Stefon, being that they're not married? They should at least be married first before they have a child together. Now, obviously, well, not obviously, but it does not look like the child is planned, so you can't really, there's nothing much to say about that. But as far as her not marrying Stefon Diggs, here's what I think. I think that if you're with someone and you know that they're not exactly the best partner, and you're just with them because you like them, even though you accept that they're not the best partner, then it is best to not marry that person. Just because you're dating someone does not mean you need to marry them, okay? Now, marriage is best if you're going to bring children into the mix, because it grounds everyone and let people know that this is not just a dating relationship, and you have to take your family unit a little bit more seriously, including the children. But if the partner is not the best partner and you know this, why would you marry them? It's best if she does not marry Stefon Diggs, knowing what she knows about him. He's not giving that he wants to settle down with anyone, so I don't even know if that is an option for her. If he had asked, I don't know if she would have agreed or disagreed. I'm leaning more towards she probably would have said yes. So the fact that we don't know that they're married is probably because he has not asked her yet. With all of that being said, I still will not rule out the possibility that they may be married and we just don't know about it. We don't know. But yeah, so that interview did not seem like it was a positive or like a happy thing for her when she talked about it. It's almost as if she was trying to defend her decision to have a child when she was talking about how she and her boyfriend Stefon really care about each other. It sounded like she was trying to explain why she was having a child. At the end of the day, these two people are adults and they do not need to explain to anyone why they're making the decisions that they're making, as long as they know why they're making the choices that they're making. But there's a reason why she feels the need to come out and explain herself. It's because I think deep down she knows that she's not handling this whole thing the way that will be easy for her in the future. Isn't it crazy how people like the public, the fans that do not meet these people in person are still very good at telling what is going on in their relationship? A lot of people said she was pregnant and she denied, and then she ended up confirming. And then a lot of people said Stefon was disloyal, and eventually that turned out to be the case. And now people are telling her that she might end up with two baby fathers that she's going to have to battle it out with back and forth, and it's going to be stressful. While we don't wish that on anyone, it is very likely to be the case considering the caliber of men that she continues to choose to father her children with. Has Cardi even been with Stefon for up to a year? Maybe a year, definitely less than 2 years, unless the relationship was secret for a long time and now they're bringing a child into the world. This is crazy. Like, people bring children into the world so easily. It's like, wow. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how the fans were able to know what is happening in this relationship, and I pray that whatever they say is going to happen in the future does not happen, because that's not something you wish on anyone. But you know what, these people are adults, they have resources to take care of the children. Whether or not they're able to spread themselves through and give enough of themselves to their children to where the children are not neglected, that is a whole different story, because that's not something you can do with money. But it does not seem like there is a lot of planning here. It just does not seem that way. But you know what, they're gonna do what they want to do. I wish them all the best, and yeah, I'll keep everyone updated with my opinion on what I think of this. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next one. Bye guys.